Today's Tale sees us playing BattleTech once again, and today we're up against Ariador. Ariador? I think that's how you pronounce that. And today we have ourselves a Battlemaster. Man, I have not used this mech a lot, just once I think. We have ourselves the trusty Orion K, the CN9A, the Centurion with the autocannon, and a little Locust. My god, I think this thing's going to explode in amongst all these big bad boys. But we will see how we go. So, the Battlemaster is kind of interesting. He comes with a fair chunk of armor, but he comes with a rather close-up assortment of items here, except for the PPC, right? So, we're going to kind of want to keep him at a decent range, but not too far away. He's not meant to snipe with that thing. He just wants to, be able to fire everything, right? Which is a little crazy. What we're going to do is we're going to move Mockingbird up towards the front. I'm going to probably keep the... actually, we'll run the Locust up. We'll just see what he's got here. We might be able to grab a sensor lock real quick to get an idea of what he's doing. Alright, doesn't look like it. Just, apparently. Just a Vindicator. Alright. Oh, we need to get moving here, boys. Up you go. Battlemaster. Not gonna make it. Oh. Alright, we're on the minute turns. I have gotten used to 2-minute turns here, which is pretty hilarious. A little bit too much talking here. Not enough doing. So we're gonna reserve in. It's always gonna be his turn here. He probably might sense lock us. So it doesn't matter. Even if we back up, we'll always be able to force his turn. If we had left the light being a light without arc light, then we would be maybe in a little bit of trouble. But thankfully Arclight saves the day a little here. A Vindy. So we don't have a lot in the way of LRMs. We do have a 10 here and we've got a 15 here. So we can't really sort of sit back and long range for days. I think we're just gonna, you know what, if he wants to give me another turn, I will happily have another turn here. I will happily have another turn. I am actually playing in a slightly later time zone today, so we are getting different people that I've never seen. And I learnt my lesson yesterday that I need to be probably a little bit more patient on the moves that I take here. You know what? If that Vindicator barely moved, it's probably braced there. I think we'll just move all the way down though, through the masses here. I don't know about letting me have all these goes without doing anything else. If he doesn't do anything, we'll probably just sense lock this. And just drop the hammer. Absolutely drop the hammer. Feels like I'm playing against the AI the way he's reserving. It's important to reserve. It's very important to reserve. And it's very important. Well, it's at the start, right? It's very important to reserve. You can't really let your opponent have a whole lot of free information like this. Like, all he knows is I've got a Locust, right? He doesn't know back here could be a million LRM boats, right? And suddenly he's just letting me have a Vindicator and nothing else is pushed up. That would be a little scary to me. He could have an Atlas, I suppose, with Apex, maybe ready to just squash this Locust, but I'll keep the Locust towards the back and we'll just keep things rolling here. We'll probably get the Centurion into... I'd like to get the Centurion into some trees. This is Mockingbird, so she can just sit there braced up and locking. Unfortunately, if Apex is sitting in an Atlas, then it might get a little squishy, since 20 LRMs to the face are not great. Alright, he's going to let me just stroll on up then. So we'll probably just move up here. We can sprint out if we... Actually, we won't go there. We'll just keep a little bit of range here. We'll lock this guy, and we will drop hell and high water on him. He's probably braced. Yeah, there we go. But we will just stroll forward. So Mockingbirds first. I'd love for you to get into some trees and fire. And then we will just roll in with everybody else. I could even just keep him at max sensor range here. So he doesn't even... See this? See how the blue line only extends up to here? He doesn't even know right now what is firing at him. You can kind of take a guess at the fact that it's 10 LRMs. But there is a couple of other things that obviously fire LRMs in the 10 pack. So this could be a Griffin, could be it could be a quick draw. You know, it's kind of hard to tell. We might have to push up with the K as well. I'm gonna leave him hanging. I'm not gonna let him know what is in these trees.
No problem.
Or towards the back of my units here.
Piece of cake.
We'll jam in some more LRMs. He hasn't moved, so a lot of this stuff is going to hit pretty well. I mean, even at 50, you can see the damage is starting to add up there. We'll probably put the Battlemaster towards the middle. It's going to want some clear lines of fire here. I also just want to get it in some trees, just to make him feel a little happier about his life. In fact, did I put that too far forward? Nope, we're good to go. And we'll probably just brace up, just in case he does spot this. If it's LRM fire, then at least we're braced up here. He's going to probably think he needs to push forward here. I don't know, what would I do against this? If suddenly my Vindicator's taking a bunch of fire, I might push into it. He could sensor lock this, force me back. You could if this is sensor locking, you could sensor lock this. I have to move the Locust. I have no idea what he's got, and suddenly a million LRMs on my Locust that hasn't moved would be a death sentence for it. Alright. Really? I won't push forward if he doesn't bring anything threatening forward. I mean, in this board state here, right? There's nothing that's overly threatening to any of my own mechs just yet. I don't know, he could be jumping up here, I guess. Alright, he's going to pull his Vindy back.
New sensor contact.
Whoop. Alright, has he just gone out of range there?
Waiting for orders.
It's a little scary. I think I can get that with Mockingbird. I think I've just got the range for that.
Coordinates received.
We'll see in a sec. Alright, we've got a commando on that side. Interesting. Mockingbird, you'll brace up. I don't think we've got direct fire anywhere here. We'll just reserve into him. He may see this now and have an idea of what he wants to do. I assume he doesn't have anything that can sensor lock just yet. If this is his sensor locker here, we could possibly jam an LRN 15 into it. I would like to get maybe some clear fire, but I don't think so. He has got it wedged up against that rock there. So I don't think we can grab a hold of that all that well.
What do you need?
Alright, he's only got one more thing to move here, so what we might do is we'll probably take a sprint out this way, just to see if we can find some other stuff. And we should be fairly okay with 3 evasion and some trees. So we'll sensor lock this guy. And we'll probably just lodge some LRM 15s into him. I could have maybe even locked over here, but I suspect this is braced as well. So we'll just jam some rounds in. I'm pretty happy to jam rounds into this. The 2D. Because that thing is a little bit of a monster, right? So he's got fairly light on this end, so that makes me think he maybe has an Atlas. A Jaeger Mech. Alright, is the S the LRM version? It could be. We might have to start getting Mr. Battlemaster here up front and personal. How far can we sprint? We can get to these trees. We'll probably do that with the Battlemaster. We'll get the Orion up. We can drop some fairly significant firepower onto that. We might, we can't really twist all that well, so we'll twist like this. We don't know what he's got over here. This could be direct fire. We're still not quite sure what that assault is. It could be, I suppose, a awesome that fires LRMs as well. We'll probably sprint with the Battlemaster just to get closer into the battle here. Battlemaster going into battle. He could take a bunch of rounds, but the trees will hopefully help us out here. To a degree. We'll reserve in. If he locks the locust, we'll just sprint it out. And then we can lock things down with Mockingbird here. Depending on what he locks, we could even go for his 2D if he doesn't move it too far. I have to say I really like the model for the Battlemaster here. It looks like a chunky machine, right? I'll show you it in a sec if we get some time. He probably... Alright, interesting. It looks like a beast, right? I mean, this thing looks like he is ready to shake, rattle, and roll here. We'll reserve into him if that's how he wants to play it. I would keep reserving down if I was him. I mean, the best I could do is... I mean, you could probably stop reserving at phase 2. And maybe think about stuff there, but other than that... yeah, I wouldn't be doing any of this. Because I can reserve down into him. And each time he does a move, it forces the next move to be his. So, you gotta be dead careful with the way you reserve here against humans. This is probably braced. But we can, hopefully, an Atlas. There we go. Alright, so that is an Atlas. So he's probably gonna come in for the brawl soon with this guy. We'll keep the locust probably on the edge here. Do we have a go at the Atlas? I think that Atlas might be... You know what? Who's not going to fire? Wildfire, right? Go for a sprint here. Into these trees. Get into a position where you can bulwark up. It's a little risky, since he could probably vision us with some of this stuff next turn. Maybe we'll take to the back of these trees. Here. I could have maybe walked this and braced, but we'll see in a sec. So we'll get you there. So now he has to move his Jaeger, and we'll see if he moves that very far. If he moves it to about here, we might actually be able to just... so he braced it right there. Alright.
What do you need?
The choices here. I might consider that Jaeger actually. To be a fairly steady option here. It's got pretty light armor. And any damage against it is pretty good. He is. I think what he's hoping for is maybe I come down this alleyway. But I think we are fairly good to just ram things in, right? From back here and wait for him to come up. Move Mockingbird over here. Just to get a better position on this alleyway. And we'll just jam everything into this baby. What is this? This is the direct fire version. Alright. So no LRMs. He's only got LRMs here. He's got 5 on the Vindy. So we're not too scared of what's going on here. We probably don't want to give shots down this little crevasse thing or valley or whatever you want to call it. I think if we take to about here, we should be okay. What do we got for hits? So if we move here, we'd hit for 80. If we move here, we'd hit for 55. I think we take the 55. Just because I want him to move towards me more than anything. Although I'd prefer... Actually, let's move on to this side. We'll move on to that side. Maybe we'll force him to come on down. Come on down and come on around into my Battlemaster. I haven't seen a Battlemaster versus an Atlas yet. Hopefully it will be thoroughly exciting. PPC is not the greatest weapon up close, so we might have to make sure that we fight him somewhere over here. Otherwise we're losing a lot of damage. This thing has an AC 20 on the Atlas, which will do a truckload of damage to us. Alright, it looks like he's going to reserve in this time. He's had enough of us just shooting him. He could, at some point, decide to move here. Anything he moves, I will then move to lock if he doesn't lock back. Alright, down we go. This is what I would have been doing from the start. I wouldn't be giving up all this random LRM fire here.
Got it. Stay in put for now.
Alright, so now he has to pick something to move. You could maybe move the Vindy. It's really sketchy if you go here though. Move Embrace, and then you can move everything else up. Ooh, the 2D. Is he going to flank around maybe? Is he going to lock? Alright, here comes the locks. That 2D really didn't move that far. So LRM 15, LRM 10 might be the option here. Probably just swing the Locust around here on this fight just to make sure that nothing gets too up close and personal on it. We should be okay around here, I'd say. Commando might be able to get out to us, but I think we should be good to roll. We'll lock up the little guy, jam some rounds into him. I'm fairly certain that Atlas can't get close enough here to do some major work. He might be able to jump in and fire with this. We'll probably go with the Battlemaster next just to brace it. Or we'll see what else happens. He might be able to get vision to fire that from there. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a fair bit of damage. Fair bit of damage indeed. But we'll probably just might be able to swing. He might swing out that way. I think we're just going to have to eat the rounds here. Just for a sec. He could even swing the Jaeger out, right? Let's have a look. Could, of course, go with one of these other guys and try and pull him out a little. I think we'll keep swinging around with the Orion. Hopefully he can't fire anything from here. It might be the LRM 20s. If he can get that distance. We'll just jam a few into this guy. Make him really unhappy about his life right there. We'll probably move the Centurion up. Just to maybe eat some rounds for us. It's not a bad little decision, firing from over there. I like that. Battlemaster's going to have a harder time firing. He might be able to get a solution with the Jaegermech. If he can get a solution with the Jaegermech, we'll pull back a bit here. Because I don't particularly want to be getting shot at by that. Alright, doesn't look like it. So we're good to probably move up with you, miss. I think we'll jam you around here. And I'm fairly certain when he comes around that corner, you can fire fairly okay. This is a little scary since there's no cover here, but next turn up she can brace. So if he doesn't come in now, then it should be okay. Weakening this is pretty good, because then our Locust maybe has an okay time against it. I'd say he's going to fire in the LRM-20. Maybe I should have gone with the Battlemaster here. Since the Atlas is not really going to make much room. The LRM-20 is going to do a bit of damage to us, actually. Unless he's gone for a sprint. No, it's going to be the LRM-20. Oof, I should have gone with the Battlemaster here. I guess we at least get to brace ourselves up. And a lot of that went into the chest, so it's not too bad. I think we swing this way a little. Or even this way a little, just to force him around that corner. Just a tad more. I think we move here. And we'd be happy with our lot in life. Alright, buddy. There you go. So now he's got to make his decision. Does he come around here or not? I suppose he could take another turn of firing him with this. Fire with this. I mean, sorry. Fire with this. Fire with that. Slowly wear down the Battlemaster. If he sensor locks, we might... Hopefully this isn't Mockingbird. That would be amazing if that was Mockingbird, because then suddenly we would be firing in rounds onto nothing. Maybe I should have put Mockingbird here. Because if he comes around the corner now, we might have a bad time of this. Alright, I think he's going for direct vision here, and he's going to fire. Okay. he is going for direct vision and he's going to fire. I like it. I love using my commandos here. They are excellent machines. Excellent indeed. I think we continue to swing. Maybe we'll take out his commando here. I don't quite like that swing though. Damn, that's vision right there too. Apparently we can move. None of that's nice. None of that is nice at all. Yes, we might move to the edge here and then set up for a turn to move out. So we'll get him down to 1 evasion. He's probably going to run all this stuff around the wall. So we're going to have to trust in our bracing here. The medium turn will take Mockingbird to brace. Actually, we might swing Mockingbird around here and fire into this. We could probably clear this off with these two. Let the Battlemaster and the Orion fight over the land here. It's going to be another solid hit to poor old Battlemaster. He's like, yo, you're just leaving me to take all this? Shit, the Battlemaster might get knocked if we're not careful.
Commander?
What do we got here? Some okay hit chances. It's a bit of a risk because he could. Can he swing? I don't know if he can swing that far enough round. We might have to reserve here. I don't particularly want to get shot here. So the Orion might have to fire from here. We'll see what he's going to do. He might fire into... Okay. He's going to take to there and fire in everything. Oof, man, that is a hosing. An absolute hosing. That Battlemaster is taking it like a machine. Do I continue on the original plan? So it doesn't look like he's got any vision here. We could probably fire in fairly okay on this. We might even rip bits off it, which would be amazing for us. I think we're better off going on the Jaeger. It's a lot more damage. What is this? This is... I think these are 45s, so this is 90 plus, I forget what these are, 25 maybe, so 50. Yeah, it's a lot more damage on this, and if we hit the arms, we are pretty good to rip things off. AC5s and AC2s. Alright, let's go back with our own fire then. Not to the... This is the one time I don't want torso hits, but apparently it's going to happen. Apparently that is going to happen. We are actually mangling that guy pretty heavily. I think we reserve...
What can I do you for?
What kind of hit chances do you have? I could consider pushing this. The scary thing is you know what? We're going to reserve into him. We'll let him do the damage to the Battlemaster. We'll push the Orion out, fire onto the Jaeger here. And then we'll fire in with the Battlemaster. And we'll see how we go. I just don't want the Battlemaster to be out and about. Ooh, he's actually leaving that exposed without trees. Oh, it's going to hurt though. It's going to hurt mighty bad. Battlemaster, I don't know if you're going to take this, buddy. Oop. Oh, he's getting close to getting knocked. It's a lot of heat on him. A lot of heat. I think we move up. We'll jam some rounds into the Jaeger there. I'll try and take some damage off that. We'll try and use Sumo here to maybe absorb some fire. I think we just fire in with everything, right? And hope that we do a solid amount of damage here. Alright, we need to stop hitting the torso. Or we could continue to hit the torso and just kill him, which would be even funnier. So, Wildfire, unfortunately, is just going to have to sit tight. Is that really what's going to happen? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Alright, we have got blocked vision thanks to Mr. Orion there. Mr. Atlas. Did I put in everything to the Atlas? I think we could. It'll overheat us a fair bit. Give us some stability back though. And then we can shut down on the heat later. If we hit him with the PPC, at least he will have a harder time of doing some work later. Kinda sucks that he managed to get this in the way, but we'll just have to do what we can. We were super close to actually probably dealing in with that Jaeger. I think this is going to get knocked. How are we looking on the Jaeger? So we need to get... Nah, it's not going to be enough. So what I would need probably for this guy and this guy to both hit the Jaeger to knock it. But I don't think we can do that. I could have had my turn and then it would be... Yeah, maybe. I would say I would go for the punch actually on this. Punch on this would have been the best plan because then you get rid of this brace here. And you start doing a lot more damage, right? Arclight, can you start coming around, buddy? I think you might have to take a bit of a sprint. Might take a sprint this way. Like so. And then next turn we can have a go at this guy. Or we move here and we can shoot on him next turn. Let's do that. He could possibly just pop us off with this thing if he gets lucky. I could have maybe have reserved down and seen what happened as well. Keep the light alive because I don't know if bracing is going to do enough here. We will get a turn of shooting in with this. We probably don't want to. Our Battlemaster is damn hot. He is a hot potato there. I'd say he moves forward with his medium. We're going to keep firing on this Jaeger as best we can. I wonder if he's going to keep working on the Battlemaster here. Can we take an Atlas? An Atlas is a monster of a mech. Alright, we might... The Jaeger might knock us here, and then the Atlas might get to shoot us on the floor. Which is probably not all that great for us, right? I think we take a move this way and fire into here. We'll just have to trust in the fact that he just wants to do in the Jaeger. And I mean that he wants to do in my Atlas Battlemaster there. Alright, we might get lucky. If we can pop this arm, it would be super good for us. It doesn't look like it's going to happen though, but we are getting an ammo explosion. That is probably the best result we could have got. That is some crazy RNG right there.
What's up, Commander?
We could move in and punch this guy. It would leave a lot of back armor though. I think what we do is we probably move up and we go like this and we fire straight into that little 2D there. Get rid of a truckload of damage that we can now. I think we turn off the LRMs, save the heat. If we can blow this guy apart, then he'll have a super hard time doing any damage, really. I mean, there's a lot of damage on a Atlas, but he might have focus. He's probably got focus now, so I'd say it's a focus. Yep, there it is. Straight into this. So we get our Locust to shoot this, and we hope that we kill it. Battlemaster's probably going to have to concentrate on this guy. He is just going to... Is he not moving? I would move it forward. I would definitely move forward here. Because you want some tree cover at least. And he's got a choice. He could just blast my Locust, but it's probably not worth it, right? At this point in time. It's probably worth more killing the Battlemaster, who's probably going to get knocked. It's all through... Oh man, this is so much damage here. 100 damage right there. Ooh, that arm is gone. We didn't want that arm anyway. That was a big hit, buddy. Wildfire? Let's have a look. Wow, you lost nearly all of your weapons. What is this? You do 115 versus 75 plus a PPC. Well not worth that. So I think we go for the punch here. On this guy. From the front. And what do we got? 75. We are rolling some serious dice here, but hopefully with 75, we squish him down. There he goes. He's out of here. He is out of here indeed. So now we can start hassling this guy from the back. I'd say the Battlemaster is a little doomed here, but we'll try and get around here. You know what? We'll reserve into him. Might as well. He's going to probably fire this into the Battlemaster. The Battlemaster probably he's got enough stability to survive this. At least it's an arm now that's in the way. I think we just keep punching with the Battlemaster. He is sorely lacking any sort of weaponry here. And he just needs to do what he can to stay alive. Staying alive, sir. Staying alive. We could reserve down into him. Again. Which is, I think, what we will do here. He'll knock the Battlemaster. We'll get the Battlemaster up. We'll punch this. Remove the last of that evasion. I think we'll see if we can get around the back of it. He might kill this, though. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does. He could just unleash again. I don't know if he's got a focus again. I don't think he should. But you never know. It's only been a turn, so... Oof. Alright, luckily he didn't move, so that's fairly good for us. We're gonna get knocked. That's okay. Because we will get up, we'll punch this guy. Stand up. Punch him. And then we can sort of just deal damage to him as best we can here. Yeah, melee him. That would be great. Give him the punch. The old 1-2, eh? I love how it just punched with the stub there. It's like, yeah, I got a stub. I got a stub indeed. I think we could probably just shoot him in the side as best we can. Maybe we just ignore Mr. Mustafa over there. Could even... we're going to put a lot of ground fire into him, I think, to knock him. Start shredding some of that armor. How are we looking? Do we punch him with the Orion? I could punch him with the Orion. And then fire in the SRMs. And we might get him on the ground, right? Save a bit of heat right here. How are we looking? Alright, he's knocked down. So now we get to fire him with the Orion again. We'll get to use some SRMs from here, I think. We'll see how we do. So we can just roll up. Fire some SRMs into this guy. He could maybe kill us with this. The poor old Locust is... I don't mind if the Locust eats a bunch of fire here. As long as he puts out an assortment of damage. That center torso is already nearly gone. So we'll get a round of firing with the Orion. A round of firing with the...
What do you need?
Do we just tank here, or do I move? I think I should move, really. So we can get 2 evasion running this way. We'll take 2 evasion.
Do what I can.
We'll fire in again. This guy is super on the floor and not happy. Not happy at all. I'd laugh if he died to a Locust. He's probably stuffed here. Best he can hope for is that he knocks... No, so you can't even knock the Battlemaster, right? I suppose you... Yeah, the best he can hope for is not huge here. It's not huge indeed. Get them above. Onto my Locust, I guess. Yes? No? Alright. He's going for the Battlemaster still. Alright. Luckily, somehow my non-existent evasion kicked in. Have I not got trees there? Really? I thought this was a tree. Wow, that's not gonna be a happy day. I think we move now with our medium here and just move around the side just in case he pushes this in. So we've got some decent shots here to blast away at this guy. I think we save our heat so that we can fire the AC again next turn. Yeah, that's not looking great at all. RNG is super serious in this game. Super serious. I think we back you this way too. Just to make sure that this doesn't get behind us with its crazy ass AC-20. Crazy ass AC-20. Yeah, you're pretty good to fire and everything. See you later, Mr. Central Torso. We have gutted that mech. We'll probably just punch this guy, since he's got a truckload of evasion. Can we not melee for the front? Wow, we can melee from the rear? Alright. In you go, buddy. In you go. Here, I don't... Did you get... You got to fire once, Mr. Battlemaster. Oh my. Didn't need that arm, right? And he lost all his evasion. Alright, the Locust will swing around. And we will blast him in the side again. Oh, 3 evasion. I'll take that. I'll take that indeed. He might have a focus, but shouldn't be too bad. He'll probably re-rotate here to get some better shots in, but it's already hurting, right? Oh, he's knocked down. This guy is having a god-awful time. God-awful time is what he's having. I think we'll swing you into the trees. Split around this guy. And blast him again into the torso. We'll save that, focus. Just in case we want it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have. We'll see how we go here. He's gonna get up. I don't know what I would do here. Depth him above here. What would I do? I would ditch. So you could depth them above this because it has not enough evasion to dodge everything. And you can do that. You can just crush them down. You can get out of combat here. You know? It's all nice for him, right? But how nice is the real question. I think we just roll up close and we will focus ourselves. That's right, Sumo. Just get that focus going. Now it's showtime. Ba-doom. Oh, to that tort. Oh. I could have maybe just shot him in the side. I think we can punch him in the side. No, we cannot. Alright. Can we back up a bit and fire in everything? Wow, your second time shooting. How do you feel, Wildfire? How do you feel? Feeling pretty good about yourself? I would be too, actually. Finally getting to shoot your weapons. There you go. Oh, not even. Oh, oh no. He is on the ground again. Lying down on the job. It is not accepted around here. We'll stand up. And is this going to be a locust kill? Is this going to be a locust kill? You cannot. Oh, you can get around here. And then you can aim shot the center torso. Come on, baby. This is exactly what you want. One hit. Ba-doom. Come on. There we go. A locust kill. The best type of kills. Whew, what a mission. What a mission indeed. Man, that was a quick one. That was a quick old game. A nice bit of a brawl there. It looks like we actually took the same amount of worth there. Let's have a look at what he had. Wildfire, yep, I would take Wildfire. I mean, I took Wildfire. Wildfire gives you pretty good gunnery skills on a bulwarking mech. Man, that sucks that he got caught out, though. Actually, we did some serious coring damage here. Some serious coring damage. In return, we lost a bunch of legs, a bunch of arms, but overall, we're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Buckshot. Yeah. This map, the Stacks map, is not the best map for the Jaeger mech. The reason is there's a whole lot of stuff in the way. He got this way too close. You cannot bring your Jaeger mech in like that. You saw what happened when I just did a bit of concentrated fire on it. Bits were just falling off at left, right, and center. There's hardly anything in that center torso. 80 and 105. What does that compare to? I think that compares to... It's pretty close to a Centurion, right? His arms are even worse than a Centurion here. From what memory? 65 and 75. 65 and 60. So he's close to a Centurion in armor. You cannot bring this thing in. It is super deadly for you. You'll just get hammered apart. And then you lose a whole lot of damage, right? You lose any of these arms, suddenly an AC5 and an AC2 is gone. So Jaeger Mech on the stacks is really hard to use. I like the Atlas though. I love the Atlas. It is such a beast. You saw how much damage. I mean, a Battlemaster just got ripped to shreds fairly much by that thing. It did get a focus into, obviously, me just standing still. So it's a lot of damage as soon as you get a focus. AC-20, whole lot of lasers, whole lot of SRMs. It is nighty-night if you take that to the face. Overall, fun game. I love me a brawl. I love it when they just clash up. They all just charge in, stomping on in, and smashing, punching. I mean, we got a fair bit of punching in that match. It's good stuff. And with that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time. More adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.